Hey my lovely YouTubers, it's me, Tracy J, coming today to talk to you with the Single Women's event. Well, this is a full week where I'm sending videos directly to you so you can get empowered and uplifted in your singleness. And yesterday, forgive me, I took the full day off because I have become very sick with flu-like symptoms. So I took the day off, I relaxed, I kind of got a little bit better, and now I'm back today to finish up this week with these videos for you guys, alright? I'm so excited about all that God is revealing right now, and I'm so excited to help you with your singleness. Also, guys, so before I get started in this video, I want to say be sure that you subscribe, and also you sign up with your email at my website, His Daughter's Closet, because there are some amazing things there that you definitely want to be a part of, and you just get personal emails from me each week, alright? So guys, when I talk about releasing the excess baggage, you know, when I first thought of this, I just thought about ex-past lovers. But God started to take me very, very deep because He wanted to let you know that singleness is not just about finding your calling, not just about, you know, saving some money, not even just about traveling the world, which all those are very great to do in your singleness, but it's actually to get your healing. God said this is a season that He has set apart for you to become delivered. And I know a lot of times I can overlook that season in my life. But my first year of singleness was my deliverance season. I mean, every day, every week, I was going through a new form of deliverance. But God was always showing me things that were still in my heart that I thought that was gone long, long years before. What I want to tell you is that when we talk about releasing the excess baggage, that is also talking about the stuff that kind of helped raise you. As for me, I grew up in a time where my family, we battled with a lot of poverty, a lot of financial issues, and it could always get the best. It would get the best of our family. It really would. And I remember in my relationships when my finances were down, everything was down. I remember my boyfriends at the time would be still uplifted and everything, and I would be so down. And God had to continue to show me that there were things from my past that was still harboring me and dictating how I live today. And I understood why that singleness was needed. I remember even going through a season in college where I started to face depression. But I was a Christian. I was like, why am I battling with depression? This should be nothing to me. And I remember God had to take me back to a time. He said, this has been there for years. It's just been laying dormant. But do you remember when you were a little girl and you would see abuse in your household? Do you remember the depression that you would feel? And it took me back to the thoughts that I would have as that little girl. And God said, see, there are some things that are still dictating the way that you live today. There are some things that was brought to you in your upbringing that is still walking with you today. I remember, being in relationships, and when I would get in arguments, I felt like I was replaying scenes from my childhood of watching what my mother and father went through. I felt like I was replaying things. And I remember I would be like, oh my gosh, it would kind of shock me for a second. But I understood why God pulled me to singleness, because I needed to release that excess baggage. Singleness is a time for you to get your healing. It's not a time to play on Tinder or these dating websites. No. It's not a time just to get lost in your calling. No, there's specific reasons why God needs you to get your healing, because it's going to better you in your calling. But what I understand is that my healing was very, very needed, but I could only get it in singleness. I could only get it when I was alone. I could only get it when everybody was away from me and I had that uninterrupted devotion with God, when I could get on my knees and I could cry to God. I remember there were nights when God would take me back to certain things in my past, and He would make me rewatch it and show me the things that it was doing at the time to my heart, and that He needed me to go back there to see it so He could heal it. So He could actually allow that thing to heal and not be made manifest into my relationships and into the things that I was going to do in my future endeavors. What I want to tell you is, I know as Christians we heard a lot about generational curses, but I think a lot of us don't realize that those are just things from our past that just keep coming back up. Kind of like that upbringing that keeps haunting you in your nights. Kind of like maybe if you was raped or molested and it never really let go of you and it still has a grip on you. God is saying those can be generational curses. It says it even in the Word that the father's sin will go on to the children. Be careful that you make sure you cut those things off. And in singleness, that's exactly what God wants you to do. He wants you to release the old man and grab a hold to the new man. I know it sounds very crazy, and I know it sounds like, what? I'm over those things, and I used to think I was over them for so many years, until I would get in situations where I would start to see that I was actually becoming everything that I didn't want to become. I actually took it back to a time too, you ever see the mothers who will start hitting on their children, and then they will say, gosh, my parents did that to me. I never wanted to do that. But it just said there was something in the mother that never let go of that upbringing. She never released that baggage. And so now she's raising her children the same way she was raised. What I want to tell you today is you've got to release that baggage, so those things from your childhood, from those things from past ex-lovers, so those things that was engraved in you and beat into you can be gone. I know this took me a year of literally hardcore deliverance where I cried many nights. I mean, I wailed like a kid and cried out to God because I was replaying certain things in my mind that I didn't want to replay. I want to tell you that this season of singleness is not just for you to get prepared for your mate. It's not just for you to like run around across the world. It's literally for your deliverance. God sees that there are some things inside of your heart that he wants to deliver you from, because he don't want you to raise your children the same way your parents raised you. He don't want you to do the same thing that people in your family's line have been doing for years. He doesn't want you to encounter that. He wants you to cut it off now. He wants you to be the lifeline that says, I'm done living in poverty. I'm done living this way. I no longer have to live the way my family has lived or the generations before me has lived. I don't have to live like that. And that generational curse is gone. And when you get that level of understanding, then you understand why God needs you in this singleness. He needs you to get this deliverance because it's bigger than just your life. It's your children's life. It's your children's children's life. It's your cousins. It's your nephews. It's your nieces. God needs you to get this healing and get delivered because he has specifically called you to this season because there are some things in your heart that he wants to take you in. He wants to sit you on his lap and he wants to start to heal you from the inside out. I love you guys. I pray you got blessed by this video. I pray you get uplifted and understand that God has called you to this season of singleness for you to release that baggage that is in your life that's been lying dormant for years, that's been holding you captive. It can be something so little to so big. It can be from something someone said to you to something that you still hold on to that you don't even realize, something that you felt when you were a child, that in arguments it comes back, that same feeling of unworthiness. Trust me, God will take you deep and he will deliver you from these things. But he needs you to first acknowledge that you're sick. Go to him with like, God, I'm sick, so you can truly be healed. All right? I love you guys so much. Be sure that you like, subscribe, also comment if this message really helped you and uplifted you. And last but not least, I will see you in my next video. I'm so excited for the upcoming videos. And yeah, I'm excited to see what God is doing, guys. I look forward to talking with you real soon. Bye.